folks. Well, it's been an interesting week. I don't know how else to describe it. We had a memorial service for a dear friend, Pastor Kevin. It's still a little surreal. I'm sure it is for their family also. And I want you to continue to pray for Donna, Chris, and Rachel, and Eric, and their families, and just pray that God will give them the comfort that they deserve. I hate to say it like that, but they've been incredibly faithful, and we just ask that you keep them in prayer. I want you to just take a moment and think about, first of all, I'm 71 years old, so I get to complain. Now, it doesn't do any good because it doesn't help anything for me to complain, but one thing that does bother me is why don't they make pants the odd sizes instead of just the even sizes? Now, for all of us odd-sized people, you would think that they should make pants odd size. Now, I don't know what happens below 30, 32, 34, 36, 38. I don't know what happens, but I do know that for a size somewhere between 36 and 38, they just don't make pants that are odd sizes, which is somewhat frustrating. I'm old enough to be able to complain about these things. Anyway, I want you to think, one of the things that, certainly touched me, and we'll be talking about this tonight, is the fact that none of us have an idea as to when the Lord is going to call us. One of us. We live our life in faith. We begin to live, actually, the moment we believe in Jesus Christ. Life begins at that point. We're born from above, it says in John chapter 3 and verse 1 through 6. Spirit becomes a part of our life. Hopefully, He doesn't have too hard of a time convicting us of our lifestyle and our attachment to this world. Probably one of the beauties of growing older is that you realize that this world and all that it offers you is becoming less and less important. I guess let's look at it this way. You don't get to utilize it anymore. Now, our ability to do the things that we once were able to do is no longer there. Our desire to do the things that we once were able to do probably is no longer there also. I don't need to climb that mountain or conquer, if you will. But I do want you to consider this, that, one of the things that I think age has allowed us all, it doesn't matter where we're at, and hopefully for a younger person, becomes something that they consider, is that they would apply their heart to wisdom. That we would learn to realize that whatever the time frame is that God has given us, that it would behoove us all in every single aspect of our life to relate that aspect to God Himself. Your marriage, treat your spouse the way that Christ would treat you. Forgive as you've been forgiven. Be merciful because you've received mercy. Be kind because He's been kind to us. Don't demand, because if God demanded, where would you and I be? He actually kind of draws us, it says in Hosea 11:4, with cords of love. That we're drawn to Him, just as the people of Israel were drawn to Jesus. That it's hard to ignore a person that has such great interest in people, cares about people the way that Jesus did. And by the way, as we spoke recently in Matthew chapter 9 and verse 35 through 38, that he asks us to do the same, to open our eyes, to look, to realize that people are there, and God has given us a heart to care. The very heart of the shepherd, the good shepherd, the one that leaves the 99 and goes after the one. That very heart is in us, that the good shepherd of John chapter 10. Well, anyway, consider today that you and I are here for whatever length of time God has us on this earth, that we have this immaterial part of us that God wants to, how can I say it, wants to use this world and the circumstance of this world to show us that that immaterial part is the part with which he is cultivating his relationship. And then it influences our natural man. It influences the way that we relate to a material world. God places his mind in us. God gives us his wisdom. God gives us his compassion. God gives us, and we can go down the list. All of the fruit of the Spirit, if you think about it, love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, meekness, temperance, faith, all of these are attitudes that relate to the world, but begin inside of a human being. God wants to replace, if you will. I do believe in replacement theology, but in a different way. We're not replacing Israel. God is replacing us with himself. And yet we maintain our unique identity, but yet he wants to live in us. Not I, but Christ. Till next time, friends. God bless you.